Okay, here's a little video to show you how the automatic gain and the testing of the open path gas detector works. So what I've got on the screen is our software package for the unit. What you'll see here is the signal and the reference. So that's the two levels we're looking at. And then up here, you'll see what it talks about the gain. That's what the gain is set right at. And here's our ratio between what the signal and the reference are. That's the ratio numbers. And it also shows you like my power supply here is 28 volts, 29 volts, somewhere in there. So what it's doing is it's going to look at that difference between the ratio on the signal and the reference level. So for example, here's one of the filters. If I stick this filter on here, see it start to climb, there it goes to, there's the low alarm. So you're basically about 1.4 LEL per meter, 1.5 right in there. So this is the way you can test it. See so the gain's still the same. You can see the difference here in the reference and the signal. That's how it's determining that that's that level. So that's one of the filters. You put the other filter on, like that. There we go. And you see it start to climb up. Now I'm really close. I'm only about 15 feet away, so it's kind of, I'm really too close for these filters and stuff to work, but it should be more like 20 feet, but that's all the room I had. So, but now you can see it's an alarm. And you can see the ratio. The signal's much lower than the reference, so that's how it's determining that it's a hydrocarbon and not something else just blocking the beam. So you take that off, and it comes back down. And it's good. Now, I'll show you like to simulate when the lens gets dirty or something gets in the beam. I have some fiberglass window screen. So like if I put it just in one thickness, it barely affects that signal at all. So it doesn't have to do anything. It just sees it. So if I fold it in half once, make it a little thicker, fold it in half. Now you can see it dropped them both a little bit there real quick. And then the gain went up to 2. And it's adjusted, took care of that. So if I fold that in half again, now you see the signal, bang, it dropped the signals down all the way. And then it'll start to adjust that. It'll start to turn up the gain, it's trying to determine that. See, it made, I don't know if you caught that, but it actually made the comet fast obstruction, which is something really abnormal. But now the gain's starting to go up, see it's got the gain up to 1. Gains up to 2, up to 3, up to 4. Now here's where it came in. Now it got the signals back. All right, so it made it stop the gain 5. So I needed to get the gain 5 to make it work for this level of obstruction, and everything stayed normal. Now it's going to do the same thing too when I pull it out of here. It's going to go saturation right away. Boom, saturation. So it knows that that can't be gas, because gas can't block a beam that quickly, and it can't saturate it that quickly, go away that quickly, right? So it doesn't alarm either way. It doesn't go into beam black for that. It just works again. Now the gain's back down to 1, and everything's happy again. It's all back to normal. So that's how it works with any kind of fog or rain, snow, sleet, dust, whatever it is that could possibly knock down some of the signals. It just makes those automatic gains to it and takes care of it from there.